Hello and welcome back to Luke-N-SHAE'S place. So glad you can join us. Hope everybody's having a great start to your week. Hope that your weekend has been great. I know mine has because my Eagles went all the way. They didn't just go to the Super Bowl. They stole that Super Bowl. They did the darn thing. Fly, Eagles, fly. I am so excited about the Super Bowl win. Luke, how are you doing? And what do you
Congratulations.
think about the Eagles?
I still think they suck, but congratulations. We got another banger video today. I'm more excited about the video. I'm more in tune to the video. It's a real banger video. So first, we need to first start by asking you to like, share, and subscribe. By liking, you put us in the algorithm. And if you're enjoying our content, by all means, share it and definitely subscribe. It's free. All you got to do is push the button down here below, and it's free, absolutely free to subscribe. That's if you're really enjoying our content, and share it with everybody. And no, we don't want to talk about them sorry Eagles. So
Yeah, they are not sorry. Not at all.
we got a hot banger video with Smart on the show, on the contrary, about Black marriages and family. So, like I said, this is an instant reaction video, meaning I'm this my first time seeing it. So
First time for both of us.
I really enjoy Smart. I think he's an intelligent guy, definitely doing some positive things in the Black community. Love to sit down and talk with him as well. He's a plethora of information. So we're gonna jump on into this video and get things started. Hopefully everything is working fine here.
Let's take a look at it. See what we got here.
Let's see if we can get it larger. There we go. There we go. We should be good to go now. Good to go solo.
So we have the topic of the week, guys. Black couples have the highest divorce rate, with 30% of Black marriages ending in divorce. Is marriage an outdated institution, and what has changed over the years that makes it harder for couples to stay together? Let's hear it. What y'all got about it?
So go, Smart. What you think on that one, brother?
Well, listen, I think it's important for us to realize that we're under, we're still kind of like in slavery, right? And we're dealing with systemic racism. So the greatest plot that the white man wants to do is keep us from being together and creating a Black family structure. So I think marriage is beautiful. I think we need marriage. I think Black women should be with Black men. I think Black men should be with Black women. And I think it's important for us to understand the roles in the relationship, right? Like we talked about provision, right? So if a man's role is to be a protector, provider, maintainer, sustainer, how would he be able to provide if he doesn't get provision from God, right? So God gives the man provision. With that,
amen,
he's able to be a provider. The Black woman's role is wisdom and balance, right? And I feel like the woman needs to understand that her wisdom, her love needs to be given in phases. The first phase of love is informative, right? She's informing that man on his role. She's informing that man on how to get his provision. The second phase of love is unconditional. She's unconditionally loving him. She understands his plight. And then the last phase of love is tough love, which is actually accountability. So I think marriages are important for us. I think it's not hard for us to stay together once we understand how to actually be together.
Why? Thank you for that. And why do you think we're at the divorce rate that we're at? What's the problem?
That we the highest. Black folk.
What do you think it is? Even if it's not a stat thing.
It's hard.
What do you think?
I don't listen. For me, I can't believe in numbers anymore because numbers lie. So does men, and especially the men that's talking in the numbers.
Do you speak on your personal at all? Or
no, absolutely not. You guys separate the two, right? But I feel like if we're going by numbers, who's coming with the numbers? The white man, and he's gonna lie about the numbers. So I don't even know if the divorce rate is even high.
That's the same thing I say. I don't believe the white man.
That's a real
never.
Because I see a lot of Black people in love.
Fair.
That's one, right? Number two, I don't want to talk about divorce rates and divorce. No, the key to us staying together is love. The key to us staying together is the man being a man, right? And then that man has to improve his relationship with God. And through that improved relationship with God, he will get provision. And that man has to ask for provision and then allocate that provision into his endeavors. And once he does that, he will get the monetary gain from the empowerment of provision, and through that monetary gain, he can be the protector, provider, and
It's
maintainer.
through God. Everything through God.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I got it
Father,
now.
yeah.
I got it now. Thoughts on
Exactly.
monogamy.
You can do all things through God.
Thoughts
What it
on
boils down
monogamy.
to.
Things through Christ.
Yeah, I think it's situational, right? And we have to be careful if we buy into the Americanized version of relationships and marriages, because in Islam it's okay to have multiple
It's
wives.
plentiful.
Do you agree
Right?
with that?
It's in the Quran. What I'm gonna say, I don't agree with a lot, right? I think when we start to look at America's concept for relationships and stuff like that, when we look at, how does how does 5 families run the whole world? And what's the census of those family members, right? I think that every situation is different, and I don't want my beliefs to have an impact on people's relationships, right? In terms of that regard, like how many or whatever. What I want to say is,
he lost me.
the black man has to be the head of his household. And the key to him being the head of his household is getting his provision. The black woman has to understand that she's being utilized to destroy the power structure of the black family. And when she understands that, and she stops letting the white man give her all these so-called government options, she can be dependent on her man, because her wisdom understands that that's the best thing to be dependent upon. And if he is unreliable, then she understands the reasons why he's unreliable, and she can help nurture him to a point of reliability. Through that love.
Wow.
And the 3 phases of love I talked about, which is informative, unconditional, and accountability.
Do you think that women,
Go ahead.
do you think that women being as ambitious and business oriented and things like that now contributes to that destruction that you were
Of course,
speaking about?
but that ambition was right.
Because when he said that, that's the first thing I heard. I'm like,
but that ambition was inserted into her subconscious mind by the white man. That's why we bring it back to the Willie Lynch letters, right? We're gonna hyper-masculate the woman, and then we're gonna emasculate the black man, and that was the agenda. So now, I can't bear kids, right?
So it's a problem?
Listen, what I'm saying. I'm not here to pass judgment on.
I know she didn't just ask, was that a problem? Masculine women and masculine men, that's not a problem. Let's keep listening.
No, but it's a problem.
I'm here to give information. No, this is what I'm saying. When we understand what hasn't worked for us, then we have to come to terms with that reality, and that's accountability. So when we talk about divorce rates, when we talk about the man being this and the man not doing that, right? Well, if my relationship with God is not strong, if my relationship with God, if my relationship with God,
I'm gonna bring you in. I'm gonna bring you.
She's gonna be a problem. I can see this the whole show. See,
I'm trying to see what she has a rebuttal with. I mean, I
think
let
she
him
just
talk all the way up until now, and when he's saying, have a relationship with God now, she has a rebuttal. So I'm trying to see what.
No, I don't think she got a rebuttal. I think she's gonna be a nuisance the whole time and trying to get the message out. That's the problem I'm seeing. Like she's gonna be constantly trying to stop the message. Let's get back to it.
I need clear answers.
I did.
I need clear
but I'm making
answers.
Listen, hold on.
I need you to explain to me in plain context without taking it to the moon. I need you to explain to me.
I didn't take it to the moon.
Is an ambitious woman a problem? You say yes, right?
No, I didn't.
Or did you not say that?
I didn't say yes or no. This is what I said, because I'm learning that sometimes a person's emotions about what I'm saying makes it hard to look at the context of what I'm saying. So they hear what they want to hear. So I'm making adjustments because my goal is to help our people.
You let them know. Give it to them real though.
I am doing it.
No, but I wait.
So
what he's saying, I get that.
Yeah, I get it too.
So what I'm saying is a woman has a particular role, and if she doesn't play that role, there's no family or no family structure. A man.
There you go, talking about that role again, Shante. See, told you that's that role.
Told me
the
what?
Black man has a role he has to play. If he doesn't play that role, there's no family or family structure. So you've been taught that
role in the household.
You're maintaining a child is raising a child, as a single mother. So you're thinking that, oh, food, clothes, and shelter, it's not raising a child. That's maintaining a child. To raise a child, you need man and woman in that household. You need a coalition of masculine and feminine energy working simultaneously together. But just because you get support from the government, you mistake the maintenance as the raising. And then now the child is up because that daughter doesn't see a man in the home. So she doesn't know how to be nurturing for the man that eventually is in her home.
The support from the government, you mean like
Section 8.
Yeah, all that type of stuff.
Right.
On that.
Okay, I got it. I'm asking because I want it from you.
But you're being
a woman
Section 8.
that has a successful business.
But you can't.
When I'm talking about Section 8, is that a problem? I'm not talking about Section 8. Nobody is on Section 8.
You can't spin me. What I'm saying is Section 8 is the thing.
Nobody's on Section 8.
The government assistance that the
she's trying to find out if you got the women that's got jobs and got business about themselves, and she's trying to get to the point, but he's answering her question, but she can't hear it. She's answering the question, but she cannot hear it because she don't want to think, because she sounds like she's a business-minded woman, that her business-minded self would be the problem in that relationship. And for us to, which it will, it's going to cause issues because, like I said, we got to keep listening though.
Black woman receives as an independent has been strategic, and her receiving that has developed a mindset that to this day makes that woman comfortable that she has an option of independence. That was
that's deep right there, because what it's saying is, in our Black community, the Black woman feels like she don't have to listen to the man because she got a job. See, so remember I was telling you, a lot of the girls get their education now, and they get the education not to be submissive, but to be equal to you, and not necessarily try to have an understanding. They want to be equal to you. They want to feel like I'm just, and both parties I think is important in a relationship. And I'm not saying they're not, but the roles that we both have are different, but equally important. And so now what he just said was so deep. He said that by her making her own money, it gives her an option whether or not she should listen to a man. And in order for, go ahead.
Okay, go ahead. You weren't finished. I thought you were finished.
No, go ahead.
I didn't want you to press it because I haven't been able to. So that thing, what you just said about she's going to college. Basically, women are out here going to college, which is not something that's
getting education, running business.
They're getting their education and they're making money. You said there's women out here that's making money and they want to be equal to the man or whatever the case might be. So when she makes that money, basically she feels like she doesn't really have to listen to the man because
she's not going to be submissive
as much as him. Well, the thing about that is, I'm hearing so much about that, but it's okay. So what do people want? They don't want the woman to go to college. They don't want us to work. What is it? Because I don't agree that a woman should be getting her college education so that if she does get married, she can feel like she's the head of the household as well. There is roles in the household. But we were born into this. We were born into a time where parents are pushing college and pushing,
He was explaining to you. I don't want you to go too far off.
I'm not.
You're going into.
No, because I'm saying this for the woman. We were born into that, so I feel like people are blaming women. Oh, you're making this much money, but
that's why I'm trying to stop you right here. That's not what it's about. What he was saying is that when a woman, she's talking about a business-minded woman, he's saying to her that the system has created this for that purpose, for that reason. So now you got a two-way option, two-way independence. See, I'm independent. I don't need you now. I want you, but I don't need you. Before, back in the 50s and 60s, where they couldn't work, the woman needed the man. So she would be submissive to the man, regardless. But nowadays, I'm not just talking about education. I'm talking about business minded. That's what
money. That's what I'm saying. You go to college to make money, but even with you have jobs without college. You're saying the same thing. So you said the women didn't do. Yeah, the women weren't doing this when they weren't working. So that's what I'm saying. So how do we train the brain of women?
Well, that's what we listening
that they,
for.
So because not everybody, not all of us are doing that, but
he's about to answer it. So let's listen.
Not all of us are doing that, but I don't know. That's
created. So again, I'm not here to,
I want to understand. I want to understand.
I got you.
It's a woman.
I can't dumb down. I can't dumb down what I'm saying for nobody.
A black woman.
Yeah.
Because I think we might be talking about two separate things.
No.
Maybe.
No, he led it to it with the.
He's saying that this being the case before, this conditioning before,
made them independent. Now they're working hard.
now created this need for black women to have independence, and now that independence is progressed
because of Section 8 and the government
back then, in the 70s and 60s, that was the thing.
So now that we're here, that's the reason that we got here. That's fine. So now that we're here, is that causing a problem now that we're here? The reason
if you don't listen because you have a financial option to be deaf, does it cause a problem?
Oh,
wow, that was deep. That was too deep right there. I don't even think you caught it, Shay. You gotta listen to that one.
I heard what he said, Luke. I'm just listening so that I can react to everything he's saying. Yeah, I heard what he said.
But what he just spit right there was too deep.
Okay.
Oh.
Now stick with me.
Should have figured they would give me a commercial.
Now that we're here, that's the reason that we got here.
Yeah.
That's fine. So now that we're here, is that causing a problem now that we're here? The reason
if you don't listen because you have a financial option to be deaf, does it cause a problem?
Oh, he busted again.
Oh,
he just busted
say it one more time.
No, if you don't listen, if you don't listen, right? Because you have a financial option not to be submissive, is that a problem?
Holy shit!
That when he said it the first time.
If you don't listen because you have a financial option from the government not to allow that
the government that be losing me.
But he's saying on both ends. It led from the government to that. You got your own money.
You have to. What I'm saying is this is why I say how I say it. Right. I'm giving you the context. Section 8 was a real thing. It was if you want to take care of this kid, that black man can't be in your home. You're gonna get this check, but he can't be here.
Because if you had,
hold on.
They wouldn't give it to you.
But the government didn't require the white farmer wife to remove her husband, and she got subsidy from the government. So the white man was allowed to stay in the home when the white farmer wife got government assistance, but the black man had to leave the home when the black woman got assistance.
And put them all together.
Now, fast forward to today, okay? We deal with all types of discrimination as black men in terms of getting apartments, getting cars, getting loans, getting things in our name. It's way harder for a masculine heterosexual black man to scale the corporate ladder than it is for a homosexual black man.
That's true.
To scale. And this is by design.
Yeah.
So when we understand the strategy of the colonizer, the strategy of the oppressor, then we can defend against it, right? I'm not here to pass judgment on a black woman. However, I'm aware how she is utilized in this race war. I'm not here to pass judgment on a black man. I'm aware of his lack of awareness and his lack of receiving provision from God is why he's in that position. So I'm here to give the information to change the positions, and it's by choice whether you receive it or not.
Oh, he's
You got that right?
You
got that one, or you got to break it down again?
That was
Yeah.
Okay, so
he is spitting.
It's a lot, but
no, I understand. So
that's why we got clips and reels and TikTok and shit. Take that clip, viral.
They go crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's okay.
Sure. So now that we're here, right? Would you say a successful black man, right, and a successful black woman, even though you're not passing judgment, I understand that, would the right thing to do, following the letter of God and the direction, would be to give that black man the power, the financial, if he has his own, right?
Mhm.
And she has her own, would it be to let him lead completely? Somewhat?
Mandatory.
Sound like the rich man.
God,
Everything is about
I
his
did
money.
this in a video, right? And I was giving this lady a lesson on like strength, right? So she's in the gym. She's strong. She's like one of the strongest ladies in the gym, right? She's strong. She's strong as a mother, right? We talking. I'm like, let me give you a lesson on masculinity and femininity, right? And a man being a protector and a reason, right? So I put 150. You like you work out a little bit.
Oh, I'm in there.
I put a 150-pound dumbbell on the floor. I said, yo, lift it. She going through war. I go like this. Our positions is already installed. Our power is already installed. Okay. So I don't have to advocate for that. I don't have to solicit that. It is what it is. I'm never going to get a period. Never.
Period.
Boom. Right? So the question is to identify the benefits of being in your natural position.
Yes.
And not letting the incentive be created by someone who doesn't give a about you. Because now the feminist movement has destroyed the black family structure.
I agree with that.
But the black man never had enough power in America or damn near on this planet to ever enslave you or to ever oppress you.
Yep.
I was the white man. So now the image of the white lady with the
yes we can one. Yeah.
That was for the white dudes. Black man never did that. So you're fighting a war that you've never even been in danger of getting hit by a bullet of. Right? So I think the question is, what is the benefits of femininity? What is the benefits of masculinity? What is the benefits of a black woman having wisdom and sharing that wisdom with a black man? What is the benefits of the black man being a provider, being a maintainer? What is the benefits? Where's the point of reference? This is why I got a book coming out. The book is called Superhuman: The Science of Self. I'm teaching us how do we do this? I'm doing it now and getting the benefits. Well, okay. Sometimes I feel alone. I'm 2 days ago, I'm about to have nervous breakdown. I'm bugging out, right? And I'm like, I had to remind myself. Okay, wait, hey man, it's that time again. Yeah, I gotta send you a text message.
Yeah,
right. So, what's the benefits of being a man? What's the benefits of masculinity? What's the benefits of being a woman? What's the benefits of femininity? And how does that work and coexist together cohesively? And what's the benefits of that cohesiveness?
What's the benefits of it? That's a good question.
Got that right?
I happen to agree.
You agree with that too?
I absolutely do.
What's going on here, Lionel? What's going on, man? What's going on, man?
A lot of women crave
Hey,
What you got to say, Luke?
You got to say Luke to cut like a rock star. What's going on,
This is
man?
why he's the voice of reason. This is why he's the voice of reason.
Let Luke rip. Let Luke
Yeah,
rip.
that's what I
No, like Smart said, let him cook.
Yeah. Throw you that pot.
I'm doing a lot of learning here. I'm listening, and it makes absolute sense. Like that breakdown of marriages, and the dependency women had, and then how it became a structure, and now it becomes the norm, and then it just is what it is at this point. And how you deal with that, it depends on the type of man you are, the type of woman you find, I guess.
Yeah, which I want to talk about how I know Ryan had a question, and she was about the I don't know if that was your personal experience or was it a was it a because sometimes we ask these indirect questions, right? I do it all the time. You know what I mean? So I was curious, were you asking for yourself or somebody else?
Myself. I was asking you if it was something wrong in what I was asking you, in your opinion, is there something wrong with my layout?
Independence.
Yeah, my independence, if you will, but I've not always been independent. I don't pretend that.
No, I was talking about the question.
I'm a retired city girl.
No, I'm saying I was talking about
retired city girl. Wow.
In terms of this is why it's important for us to understand that power can be addictive, and the perception of power can create delusions of grandeur with that addiction. You want to hide something from a black man? It used to be give him a book.
Give him a book. Put in the book.
You want to hide something from a black woman? Give her $1.
Yep.
That's a new one. That's a little spin on that thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Give her $1.
Yeah, that's true though.
Give Give a dollar.
They always correlating everything to some money. Women do.
Yeah.
They went crazy on me.
Came for the white man. No, we ain't blaming the sisters. Came for the white man.
That what the white man gave him the money.
Yeah, watch that white man.
God
Slick
damn it.
motherfucker.
Yeah, he's smooth, man.
That's
Smooth.
Boy, cold.
Call in, goddamn it. What's going on with the
That
calls?
right there. That was interesting. What you think, Shay?
He got a lot to say. And he touched on a lot of things.
But he killed it when he said that your job, if your job force you not to be submissive, is that a problem? And she couldn't understand it. She was like, wow, that was deep, because see, that's the problem that we have. Because again, like I tell you all the time, when we state the masculinity, that's the masculinity that we talk about. It's a constant fight, because like you say, you was raised up in this, you were brought up in it. So yeah, it's hard to go against something
That's what I said. I said that earlier, where when I touched on it, we were raised up in this. So being that, okay, we were brought up in this, he mentioned the Willie Lynch letter and the separation of the family and separation of the Black family. I'll reiterate, because when you're brought up in this, we have to look at this, my Black sisters, and all of us, this is something that we, not knowing that this would turn into this, we didn't know that this was going on. This is now something that a lot of people are talking about, where now our eyes are being open to some truths here, where he just spoke about the farmer and how, the white farmers, they didn't separate them from the home. But for when you got on Section 8, they told the women, not just Black women, but they told the women on Section 8, you cannot keep the man in the home. We'll fund you, we'll pay a certain amount of a portion of your rent, but you cannot have the man in the home.
have as many kids as you want, but without a man.
You can have as many kids as you want. Think about that for a minute. So she's still having relations, but you can have as many kids as you want. And it's actually more beneficial to have more kids, because we're going to pay even more, because the more kids you have, the more money Section 8 is going to pay for that housing for you. And then you're going to get upgrades of bedrooms. Okay, now you have 4 kids. Okay, well, you need a bigger house. So so it's kind of like you're keeping, it's that mindset of, okay, why do I need a man? If I can still date, I'm still, having kids. I just don't have the husband in the home. So it's a whole separation, and it's.
It was talking about having, because you had that option, that made it less likely for you down through the years, because that's what they were raised up in, and make you less likely to be able to go into a relationship and be in your femininity. So nowadays, what you got, because see, most of the girls are not raised in it, and they don't, they came from the Section 8 era. Like we watched the video with the girls in New Jersey that time. And so those girls, see, was already practicing it, already in their mind. It was already there. That's what this was now. Now it's embedded in them to do this. But at the same time, now we got women that's making money. And you got the women saying they want this, they want that, they want this. Well, what the money does, it allows you not to be submissive. So in order for any relationship, that you got to follow God's word to the T. God says, submit unto your husband as unto the Lord. If you can't do that, then we can't have a successful marriage. And if you can't have a successful marriage, you won't have a successful family, and you can't build a successful family. So we've been primed with this, and that's what the lady was trying to find out, because she know that is a problem, and she just wanted him to say it outright. Like, her having money and her wanting money is going to be the issue why her relationship don't work. That's why she went into it with a successful man and I'm a successful woman. Well, what happens there? You're going to be still independent of the man. Because if you don't have a need, like I tell you all the time, if there's no need, then you can't be submissive. That's the whole purpose. If you don't have that need, there's no submissiveness.
So is that, I don't know if that's if we're seeing that a lot with women. I don't particularly know none of the women that I'm close to that do that, and they all work, but I never seen them act a different way towards their husband. But what
Oh,
I'm
no,
my
it's
whole
not.
thing with this, my whole thing is, so is that something where there's high numbers of women who aren't submitting to their husbands because they have a career? Is
Well,
that
no, like I say, submitting looks different to everybody. But the way God put it, most people are not doing it. It looks different to everybody. The man's supposed to be the head of the household. That's why she kept saying, well, should I give my business? He got a successful business. I got a successful business. So you're saying I should give my business, I should submit to him with me having my own business? See, that was a question. See, it shouldn't have been a question because, see, the women back in the day, the Coretta Scott Kings and them back in that day and time understood. They went to college too, but they went to college to be wives, to be supportive wives. See, because they were supposed to be the nurturer. They were supposed to build the man up. They're supposed to be able to give that man information to make that man better. But today, it's not about that. We want to be your equal. So now it's more about equality than it is you're trying to help the man. Like I was saying to y'all yesterday, where you got to build your man up. Your job is to build the man up. See, it ain't about me going in and saying he got to have all these things. I'm supposed to bring that. That's what I'm supposed to bring to him, a suitable helpmate. And like he was saying, Smart was saying, he can't get those things until he got that relationship with God. And when he had that relationship with God, like the words say, then he'll find favor, meaning all the blessings will come to him. But see, we don't believe that. So we think in terms of, like I said, relinquishing our own power. That's why he used the word power, because everybody wants the power. See, women got caught up with the power side. And I want to be equal. I don't want to be able to have this man to be able to say this to me or say that to me. Or I don't, if things fall off, I want to be able to have something to fall back on. Where before it wasn't about that. It was about you being with the person and y'all being together, working it out. But nowadays it's like, okay, well, I'm not going to put myself in a position to lose. That's not going to happen because I feel like I could lose because you're not trusting God. But God come first, and that's what I like about Smart. He put that first. He put it out there. Make sure you heard it. I thought that was a great video. I think we'll probably do a separate part for
I
that.
agreed with everything with mostly everything he was saying. He didn't really touch on his beliefs. He said he didn't want to mix his beliefs to try to sway people because his goal was to, get families back together. I know his views is he said that he believes that Black women and Black men should be together. I mean, to each its own with that. And also he mentioned basically he kind of brushed over the fact that he believes in having more than one wife. So I
No,
can't rock with him on that.
he
But
didn't brush over it.
other than that,
He said that's what it says in the Quran.
yeah,
It
and
does
he
say that
said
in the
that's the
Quran.
book he goes
So
by. So he
no,
goes by that.
he was saying to her he wouldn't deny it because he got people who are Muslim who follow him. And then you stepping out there, you put me in the back of me into a corner. I'm not going to talk about
So
that.
yeah,
And
that's
they
why
said that
I
to
said
each his
to
own on
me,
that.
when I heard him talk on that, I was like, I can't rock with that. But
Well,
other than that,
if
yeah,
you're
what
not
he was saying
Muslim,
made
you ain't got
perfect
to.
sense.
If you're not Muslim, then you don't have to worry about it. He was just saying that because he don't want to step on anybody's toes. He not, like he said, he wasn't there to put down the Black woman. He was there to
Yeah.
educate her to the things that's going on. But she was trying to back him in a corner by
Okay.
asking that question. And see, when
Uh-huh.
you're in that, just like when they asked Joel Osteen, is being gay a sin? See? You gotta, and so you backing these people in a corner, and you got to answer that question. We don't want you
But
to
I
back
mean,
them.
I don't think it's
It's
backing.
important to get the
I
message.
hear you, backing him in the corner, and he probably in his defense, he's trying to, like he said, he's trying to have families get back together and not have
And
divorces. So he doesn't want to be
that's the real
swayed in
message.
any
The main
direction.
message.
So yeah, he doesn't want to
That's
be
the main
swayed.
message. He don't want you to get off the thing of saying this is what it is. This is why we're not together. This is why we're not successful family. We don't want to get on any other subject. We don't want to go down any rabbit holes.
Yeah.
We just want to stay right here. So I'm not touching on that. It says that in the Quran. I'll say that and move on. But at the same time, that's how we're supposed to look at it, because you got to understand how the family structure is made and built. But that was a good show, and maybe we'll do a follow-up on that. Touch on it, because I know it's a lot more to it. But it was an interesting part.
It was interesting to see his views on different things, and like I said, you know, families, and like he doesn't even believe the numbers for the divorce rate. So who knows with that whole thing? But yeah, it would be nice to see people stay in their marriages. That would be nice, you know, people actually getting married and staying together. You know,
But
so
if people gonna do it,
that is something that
it's
we
more
can get
important
back to.
It's more important to do it the way God had ordained marriage. We done
Yeah.
got into what he deems as the American marriage. And see, the American marriage has not been for us. So yeah, the divorce rate is going to be high, because again, everybody's doing their own thing. It's not, nobody's trying to line up with the word of God. We're trying to do our own thing. We're looking for our own happiness. Everybody trying to figure out how I can be happy within a marriage where it's two people. And that right there causes problem in itself, because now you're becoming one. It's not just about your happiness, not just about his happiness. It's about our happiness. And we didn't got far away from that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a good show. So we're going to end that right there. If you like this content, we'd like for you to like, subscribe, and share. Definitely, we're going to do a lot more like this, and we're looking forward to it. So we definitely appreciate you guys taking the time to listen in on this hot banger video here that is definitely hot, and he was definitely cooking. So we'll look forward to more videos and talking about these things. So go ahead, Shay.
All right. And again, always at LUKE-N-SHAE'S place, a positive mentality is a destined reality. Your mental health is important. Stay focused, wear your smile, and pray often. There's a lot going on right now. Try not to focus too much with your phone in your palm of your hand, because I know people can get distracted with all the craziness that's going on. But like I said, your mental health is important. So a positive mentality is a destined reality. And until next time, thank you for joining us.
God bless.